From Louisiana Baseball and Softball Academy here in Harahan, welcome to another edition of the Cox 4 Nola Prep Baseball and Softball Show. Hi again, everyone. I'm Eric Ritchie alongside LBSA General Manager Ryan Kimberly, also the assistant softball coach at Chappell. It is time to talk about state championships on the softball side, and Ryan, we are getting into the thick of the playoffs on the boys side in high school baseball. What an exciting time. Plenty of great highlights coming up on tonight's show.
Yeah, no doubt. Softball's done. You know, you get to crown champions. Everything you've worked for all season finally comes to that point. In baseball, it's getting toward the end, so it'll be really fun.
Over the next 30 minutes, Ryan and I will break down of course, the Fast Pitch 56 area teams involved. One wins a state championship. Also, high school baseball, the best 2 or 3 in several instances. Several area teams still alive, and we'll talk about that as well. But let's kick it off with our state champions, the Quad Squad. John Curtis going for a 4th consecutive state championship, and they made it interesting. But, Ryan, your team, Chappell, played Curtis during the season. This is a team they are regulars here at LBSA. We've had them on the show. They practiced here before. What can you say about those Lady Patriots?
The Quad Squad, that's pretty funny. That's a team that when they walk out onto the field, they've almost got you beat there. They have all the confidence in the world. They know they're going to win. They know they're going to give you everything they've got. They walk out with a lot of discipline. Even when they get down, they just find a way to fight themselves and claw themselves back in. And when they practice with some of the most intense practices I've ever seen. So well-deserved for that team to do what they've done.
Let's go ahead and show you how they did it. The Class 3A state championships from Sulfur, the Fast Pitch 56, as the Lady Patriots, the top seed and then 3-time defending state champs, taking on Kaplan. The Quad Squad, top seed and 3-time defending state champs John Curtis, trying to make it 4 straight state titles this weekend in Sulfur, facing 5th seed North Vermilion in the semifinals. A 3-run first inning gave the Patriots the early lead. Peyton Adams with the 2-out RBI single that scores the game's first run. Later, Alyssa Dean also with the RBI knock. 2 outs, 3 runs would score. We move to the 7th. North Vermilion down 6-2, but look at this. Claire Myers muscles into one and sends it over the fence and left. That's a 3-run home run. One swing of the bat, and we've got ourselves a 1-run game. But Peyton Pignola finishes what she started. The grounder to third. Adams fields and fires for the out. A 6-5 winner. John Curtis moves on to the 3A state championship game.
Coming into the game, we scored early on, and it was a lot of pressure. You know, if we wouldn't have had those insurance runs, that thing, it would have been game. So I'm glad, and I'm happy for my team, and I think we played an excellent game. You know, it's more difficult than you think winning state championships and keep coming back. You know, even though we're a great team, it's so hard. You know, all the adversity we face with, umpires and teams that don't like us, and I think 3A has an amazing competition, and so I'm ecstatic.
In the state championship showdown with Kaplan, the Lady Patriots found themselves in an unfamiliar situation, trailing by 3 heading to the bottom of the 6th. And that's where this championship charge received one more push. 2 runners on, nobody out when Lydia Linden sends a shot to short. It's mishandled. Tony Hebert never breaks stride. She scores from second, and Curtis is on the board and has 2 on and nobody out. Next batter, Alyssa Dean. The fly to shallow left, and no one can make the play. Peyton Adams scores. Curtis down by 1. Runners on first and second. Still nobody out. Then it's Jenna Bordelon with an Ichiro-like base knock past the third baseman. That will load the bases, putting the tying run at third, the go-ahead run in scoring position at second. Peyton Piku skies one. Infield fly rule in effect, but the ball is dropped. Courtney Vidrine scores the tying run with the head-first slide, and you think Curtis coach Jerry Godfrey is happy? Look at the emotion. 2 batters later, it was Logan Melanson, rips a shot off the first baseman. That will allow Dean to score the go-ahead run. Melanson is tagged out at first, but now leading 4-3, the Lady Patriots can feel another state title is within reach. Peyton Pignola taking care of business in the 7th, and let's just watch and listen as John Curtis captures a 4th straight state title. Now that it's over, the state championship is going back to Curtis for a 4th consecutive year. How does that feel inside, what you guys went through this season?
There honestly isn't a word to describe it, man. I'm so overwhelmed, you know. If I didn't feel like I might maybe left it, I'd probably break down and cry right now. I'm just excited for the kids, and I've had most fun working with these young girls all year long, and they really busted their butts.
You know, people say that it's easy, you know, like winning. If you keep winning, like it's easy though. You just have to go back. You're used to it. You know, you're never used to it. You know, teams move up in different divisions. Teams move down, and it's definitely hard. All the adversity, you know, all the illegal pitches and all the fans and just everything's crazy. But I thought we did what we needed to do.
Oh my God, that was like incredible. It was amazing how we just came back in that inning, and it's just unreal right now. I can't even. Okay.
Tony, a lot of emotions after the game. You guys really showed the emotions after this one. What were you feeling right there when you won another state title?
Yeah, well, actually, that was my first state title. You know, I've been working so long, and I'm so glad that I'm with a great group of girls to help me out, and it's just an amazing feeling. Great feeling.
What about the feeling that you had in that inning that you guys put up a 4 spot in the 6th?
Oh, awesome. We pulled through, you know, we had a couple hits, and we all got fired up, and it just led on from there and lead us to this now.
What was the key to this comeback?
Honestly, focus was the key. Focus was all of it. That's all I had to do with it. Focus. And a team. You know, we did it all as a team.
How does it feel right now to win a 4th state championship here?
It feels amazing. It feels so good. It's not even a feeling that I can explain.
So an emotional comeback win for John Curtis, 4-3 winners with that 4 spot in the bottom of the 6th. From 3A, we go to 4A, where Cabrini, really one of the few teams to even make it to Sulfur from our area. Cabrini was a 20 seed. They had breezed through the playoffs, a lot of upsets, but came across the #1 seed North DeSoto team in the semifinals and couldn't get past them.
Yeah, Cabrini made a great run all year. To be, like you said, one of the only teams from the area that made it and go in as a 20 seed and have a shot at really winning a state championship and really getting right there. That's something that none of those girls should ever look down on themselves for. That's something they'll remember for the rest of their lives, and I was happy to see an area team do that.
We talked about emotion in the John Curtis game and a lot of drama. Well, there was a lot of both in this game as well. Unfortunately, all the drama didn't come out the way Cabrini had hoped. Class 4A semifinal action. It's the 20th seed, Cinderella Cabrini, working its way all the way to the final 4 of this bracket, taking on the top seed, North DeSoto. Cabrini's pitcher, Carly Perk, again, another brilliant outing. Here's the only run of the game. Kennedy Couples laying down the bunt. The throw to first was in time, but the runner just beats the play at the plate, and it was 1-0 North DeSoto. It appeared the Lady Crescents had tied the game. Caitlin Puino laces one to right. The run appears to score, but Puino was thrown out at first by the right fielder in what mildly put was a close call. Bottom of the 6th now, North DeSoto looking to add to its lead, but some sensational defense by Cabrini. First in center field, look at Haley Kinnair lay all out for a diving catch. Still in the 6th, Caitlin Puino, not to be outdone in right field, another diving play. That would end the inning and would set up the drama in the 7th. Cabrini had battled back all through this tournament. They would not go quietly. Emily Petrolia with the single to left. Then it's Caitlin Jalbert with the single to center. Then it was Kinnair hitting one softly to second base, but look at the speed. She beats it out, and the bases are loaded with 1 out. Alex Gross would slap one to the pitcher, who comes home for the force, but the bases are still loaded. There's 2 outs. Then it was up to Christy Runnels, who was a fighter at the plate, fouling off several pitches before the pop-up in the infield. It was handled by the catcher, and that was it. A thrilling softball game comes down to the wire. Cabrini comes up on the short end of a 1-0 loss to the top seed, North DeSoto, but what a run it was.
In the beginning, it would have been easy for them to kind of just pack it up and write it off, especially being, you know, the number 20, but they didn't. So as a coach, that's pretty impressive, you know, that impresses us more than anything. We have 6 seniors who are leaving, but our younger players, you know, they've set a great example. So hopefully we'll be back again soon.
So a heartbreaking one-run loss for Cabrini, and the same can be said for Riverside. The Lady Rebels in 2A in the semifinal round came up just short. I know they also played you in the season with Chappelle, another one-run game.
Yeah, we lost to them 1-0, and they were solid the whole way through. Their little left fielder, literally little left fielder, Cookie, is incredible. She just is a spark plug for that whole team, and the whole team kind of rallies around those guys and gets going right after it. But it's fun to see them make a run as well.
Cookie played a nice game in the semifinals as well. She's a fun player to watch, that's for sure. Let's go ahead and roll the highlights now of their semifinal matchup with Winfield, where this one literally went back and forth. You like that? Back and forth. 2A semifinals, second seed Riverside facing 11th seed Winfield. Cookie Roussel, Haley Tassin, Erica Delanaville. 3 seniors trying to keep their prep careers with the Lady Rebels going for one more game. And they all played well. Delanaville homered in the second inning to give Riverside a lead, then made great defensive plays like this. The senior in left field, Cookie Roussel, the ultimate leadoff hitter. She walked 3 times, makes this nice play. Speaking of good defensive plays, how about third baseman Madison Watson with the cannon to first to end the inning. Riverside fell behind in this game 9-3, made a furious comeback. It was 9-5 when this infield single right in front of the catcher scores another run. Jamie Mulatto scores, and it's 9-6. Later in the 7th inning, Tassin sends a shot deep. It's caught deep enough, though, to score another Lady Rebel run. It's now 9-8. 2 outs, and Rain Weber, a fantastic at-bat, stays alive and then comes up with the big 2-out single to keep the inning going. Lindsay Oubre, just like Tassin, sends a shot, but it's caught. That would end the season for Riverside, who loses in heartbreak fashion 9-8.
We fell short today. I feel like they gave a good effort. They showed fight. They showed that they wanted it. We made a couple of defensive mistakes that we usually don't make. We made a couple of pitching mistakes that we usually don't make, and that costs you. I mean, it does. It feels really good. I don't even know if you can put it into words. Like, these kids, they practice every day. Like, they didn't get the weekends off, and they wanted to practice. So they've come a long way. I feel like they're young still, and they'll be back. We'll be back.
Cox 4's Nola Prep Baseball and Softball is brought to you by Louisiana Baseball and Softball Academy, and by Cintas, and by Royal Honda.
Giving you a great deal is what makes Royal Honda #1 in the greater New Orleans area. Visit us on Veterans in Metairie and RoyalHonda.com.
Royal Honda, the dealership that's different.
Hey New Orleans, our high school athletics have a proud new sponsor, Cintas, the team that has been proudly servicing New Orleans for 35 years. Like a great coach who gets their team ready for game day, Cintas leads the way in servicing all your professional needs. Cintas can help your employees stand out with their retail-inspired uniform programs and help keep your facilities clean and safe with kitchen and restroom supplies, floor mat services, and tile and carpet cleaning. And that is what their local employees have been doing for their 4,000 New Orleans customers. In a lot of ways, Cintas is just like our high school athletes, driven, dedicated, and hardworking. So call Cintas today and make sure your business is ready to be a winner.
And remember, when you buy from the appliance giant, you always get the best deal.
Tony Campbell, the appliance giant, always told me if you want to sell appliances in this town, you got to offer the best name brands. That's why at Campbell we offer lines like Thermador and Bosch. Right now, when you buy a Thermador cooktop, wall oven, or one of their beautiful ranges from Campbell, I'll give you a Thermador dishwasher for free. Come to Campbell today to see how we can take your kitchen to the next level when you buy local.
Welcome back to the Cox Ford Nola Prep Baseball and Softball Show. Eric Ritchie alongside Ryan Kimberly here from the indoor facility known as LBSA, 5620 Crawford Street in the Elmwood area of Harahan. Let's talk high school baseball now, where it was a tough weekend for the Catholic League. 3 of the 4 teams wound up on the losing end. The one team that won actually knocked off another Catholic League team to get there.
Yeah, Brother Martin's certainly made a run, but for having a tough run for the 4 Catholic League schools that were in there, Brother Martin is the lone one. So see if they can make a run and keep it going. Beating Shaw was a great testament to that program, and they'll continue to keep getting better.
Jesuit and Holy Cross, both tough luck losers in the second round of the playoffs. Brother Martin now advances to the quarterfinals, a place where they have stumbled in each of the last 2 years, last year against Live Oak as the number 2 seed. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's go back and take it to Friday night's Game 1 as Brother Martin took on Shaw. Brother Martin hosting Shaw to begin a 3-game series Friday in the second round at Kirsch Rooney Stadium. Bottom of the second is where the scoring begins. The Crusaders with the bases loaded. Luke Bernard hits a long fly ball to center field, deep enough to score the run. The sac fly gives Brother Martin the 1-0 lead. Next batter, Joe Bergeron, who singles to left. That would score another run for Brother Martin. Crusaders now on the board up 2-0. Shaw wouldn't hesitate to answer. After a couple of leadoff hits in the top of the third, Jace Neene hits into the fielder's choice. It would score Lance Landry from third. That would cut the Brother Martin lead in half. It's now 2-1. Later in the inning, with 2 outs and a runner on third, how about the clutch AB for Kyle Flederich? Hits the RBI double to right field, and this game is all tied at 2. Let's move on to the 5th inning now. Runners on second and third for Shaw, and the wild pitch would score the go-ahead run. The Eagles take the 3-2 lead. Head to the bottom of the inning now, and it's Brother Martin's turn to respond. After a leadoff double, Jonathan Parker steps to the plate and hits a sharp single through the infield. That would score the runner from second, and the game is back to being tied at 3-all. After Shaw failed to score in the top of the 6th, Brother Martin would take advantage. The Crusaders load the bases on a single, error, and a walk for the LSU commit Blair Frederick. However, this 6th inning at bat would prove to be less dramatic than the previous round against Hahnville when he homered. Frederick would take 4 consecutive balls to bring in the go-ahead run from third on the bases-loaded walk. The Crusaders couldn't add to that lead, but that one run turned out to be all they would need. Starting pitcher Corey Giacone would pitch a scoreless 7th to finish the complete game and beat the Shaw Eagles 4-3, giving Game 1 to Brother Martin on Friday night. Brother Martin goes on to sweep Shaw, winning the first game on Saturday. The 14th seed Crusaders will now host 22nd seed Bird in a best-of-3. Ryan, you like that best-of-3 format.
I do. I really do like the best of 3 format. You certainly earn a state championship now. You don't get lucky, or you don't have one pitcher that goes out and just kind of brings you through the whole thing. When a team earns a state championship now, they certainly have gone through the rigors and gone through the fire to claim it.
That, of course, is the format in the higher seeds. The lower seeds, they're still just one and done. It's survive and advance, and that's exactly what Curtis has been doing. The 2nd seed John Curtis Patriots in 3A continue to play great baseball, a team we're very familiar with here at LBSA.
Yeah, they work out here, and similar like their softball team, they're top to bottom, just disciplined. They play hard, they walk out on the field, they expect to win, and they sure have some studs on that team.
One of those guys was a guy who used to just take BP behind us when we did our Catholic League football show. I remember just looking at the tape and like, this guy's just hitting laser after laser. Well, that young man just happens to be the LSU verbal commit Daniel Cabrera, who put on a 2-way show against Jenna. The John Curtis Patriots hosting the Jenna Giants at Mike Miley Stadium. The Curtis community showing a lot of support for Patriots player Dorian Rodrigue, who was just recently diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma. The Patriot fans wearing the hashtag #DStrong shirts to show their support. On the field, the Patriots came to play on this night. After 2 scoreless innings, Curtis would get on the board first. Daniel Cabrera comes to the plate with the bases loaded and rips a single up the middle. 1 run's gonna score. Here comes a second, but that runner's thrown out at the plate. Curtis would still take the 1-0 lead. Bottom of the 5th, the Patriots load the bases again. this time for Cody Shake Snyder. Shake Snyder would take advantage, lacing a shot to left center. That would clear the bases. Shake Snyder winds up at third with a bases-loaded triple. That increases the Curtis lead to 4-0. Meanwhile, on the mound, Daniel Cabrera had everything working. Cabrera would finish the game with 6 no-hit innings and 10 strikeouts. The lefty wasn't bad at the plate either. Cabrera would finish the night 3 for 4, including this 2-run home run to right field, giving Curtis a 6-0 lead. After John Curtis removed Cabrera in the 7th with the comfortable lead, Jenna would make things interesting. Jonathan Simmons hits a 2-run triple down the right field line that would cut the lead to 6-2. Now with the bases loaded and the tying run at the plate, it was down to Jacob Bordelon to close out the win for the Patriots. And he does just that, inducing the weak grounder back to the mound. Look at Bordelon himself race to first himself and end the game. Curtis wins the game 6-2 and now faces 10-seed North Vermilion in the Class 3A quarterfinals at 4:15 on Sunday. Now let's hear from Johnny Curtis and his Patriots after the win.
I'm proud of our team and how we battled. Didn't swing it as well early in the game, but took some quality at-bats later in the game, and couldn't say enough about Cody Shake Snyder swinging and Daniel kind of putting it away there at the end.
Definitely, with the bats we have, it's gonna be tough to eliminate us. Yeah. But if we can stay positive, stay hitting the ball like that, Cabrera's on the mound, he's going to definitely do his job. Everybody else is behind him. We're definitely going to be able to go and take a run at this.
We did a good job. We got clutch hits by Cody, and we made the plays on defense, and I had my stuff working today. We couldn't do much better than that.
It's kind of a fortitude for him and his ability to keep himself sharp. You know, that's a hard thing about not pitching live baseball in live games is just staying sharp. But he was awfully sharp tonight, and he's starting to hit his ground right now.
You rarely see him on an off day. I tell him before I go, he pitches, I got him, and the team knows he's got us. Yeah. We got great confidence in him. He's got great confidence in us. There's not more we can ask for a great player like that.
We're the team to beat right now. We should win state, and we don't want to lose to Evangel again or anybody else. We want to win it this year.
Some other area teams to talk about. As we tape this show on a Wednesday, a couple of games actually take place tonight. St. Charles and the River Parishes, they're still alive in 3A, hosting Notre Dame, as well as St. Martin's. They're also alive in 1A. What we can tell you, Ryan, is some of the teams came up on the short end. We're talking about Destrehan lost. They're eliminated from the season. But Riverside, another River Parish team, they won earlier this week, so they survive and advance as well. So still a lot of quality baseball teams, a lot of those River Parish teams still alive.
The thing with the playoffs is you got to beat the best to be the best. So now there's certainly some teams that are really, really, really good programs, but unfortunately somebody's got to win, somebody's got to lose, and a few of those are going home.
Time for us to take another break here on the Cox Ford Nola Prep Baseball and Softball Show. When Ryan and I continue, we're going to find out a little bit more about LBSA and some upcoming events, camps, clinics, leagues, you name it. They've got it right here at LBSA. We're back after this.
Giving you a great deal is what makes Royal Honda #1 in the greater New Orleans area. Visit us on Veterans in Metairie and RoyalHonda.com.
Royal Honda, the dealership that's different.
And remember, when you buy from the appliance giant, you always get the best deal.
Tony Campo, the appliance giant, always told me if you want to sell appliances in this town, you got to offer the best name brands. That's why at Campo we offer lines like Thermador and Bosch. Right now, when you buy a Thermador cooktop, wall oven, or one of their beautiful ranges from Campo, I'll give you a Thermador dishwasher for free. Come to Campo today to see how we can take your kitchen to the next level when you buy local.
Coach Blake, guys, glad to be back here, another episode. So today, basically what we're going to be talking about is just some of the drills and aspects we go through on a week in and week out basis here with the Crescent City Hooks travel ball organization. These guys are working on some bunt tee drills here, high tee, low tee, knee 45s, in and out, working on different strengths and weaknesses they have in their game. On the backside over here, You got guys working on got guys working on bunts, first and thirds here. Key component here is them getting to the front of the box so they can keep the ball fair, setting that angle prematurely early in the pitch. They're execute the bunt down and put it down. Coach Harry Guantes, who we're very excited to have here now with the Hooks, played 8-year professional ball with the Kansas City Royals from Venezuela. He's working on driving balls backside, opposite field.
My name is Harry Guantes from Venezuela. I'm a new coach for Louisiana Baseball and Softball Academy. Today we try to teach those guys how they can hit opposite field, outside pitch. So I'm trying to teach a little bit step up and with a quick hand and try to make a nice contact.
Cage 4 here, live BP, okay? Backside over there, we're putting it all to effect here. Hunting the fastball middle way, adjusting in, okay? Want line drives back at the out screen to the right side if we can. Adjusting the fastball inside. Hey, get those hands, look. Stay through it. I want that front shoulder leap. In totality, I guess everything we're trying to do here totals up. We're trying to do best here is prepare these kids for the next level, whether it be middle school, high school, hopefully college, and who knows what beyond that. We just want kids to be prepared when they get to the next step. Too many times we got guys come through the system. I coach high school myself formerly, and they're just not prepared. So we want to teach them is all the little nuances in and outside of the game to where they're prepared to get to the high school field and coach wants them to execute and put a bunt down third or drive a pitch to backside. They're able to do that. It's the Crescent City Hooks Tribal Baseball Organization. Our home here is Louisiana Baseball and Softball Academy, 7 days a week. If you want to get in touch with us, my name is Blake Benedetto. It can be reached at crescentcityhooks@gmail.com, or you can call the guys here at LBSA 504-733-8660.
Hey, New Orleans, our high school athletics have a proud new sponsor, Cintas, the team that has been proudly servicing New Orleans for 35 years. Like a great coach who gets their team ready for game day, Cintas leads the way in servicing all your professional needs. Cintas can help your employees stand out with their retail-inspired uniform programs and help keep your facilities clean and safe with kitchen and restroom supplies, floor mat services, and tile and carpet cleaning. And that is what their local employees have been doing for their 4,000 New Orleans customers. In a lot of ways, Cintas is just like our high school athletes, driven, dedicated, and hardworking. So call Cintas today and make sure your business is ready to be a winner.
Giving you a great deal is what makes Royal Honda #1 in the greater New Orleans area. Visit us on Veterans in Metairie and RoyalHonda.com.
Royal Honda, the dealership that's different.
Time to wrap up another edition of the Cox Ford Nola Prep Baseball and Softball Show. Ryan, area teams trying to make it to Sulfur McMurray Park on the boys' side in baseball. But congratulations to those Lady Patriots, of course, winning a 4th consecutive state championship.
Yeah, absolutely. Congratulations to the teams that win and to the teams that fall short. You know, these are things you'll remember for the rest of your life, and you put in a lot of hard work. So congratulations to you guys as well.
And the pressure now on the John Curtis boys to come up big and answer what those Lady Patriots have already done. That will do it for another edition of the Cox Ford Nola Prep Baseball and Softball Show. For Ryan, I'm Eric. Thanks so much for watching. Good night, everyone.